This entire week, Eddie Hearn has been going on podcasts, going on the Ariel Helwani show, talking some major shit, bro. Talking about how boxing is just completely mocking the UFC and mocking MMA, how boxing is just a superior sport. He's going on and on about how MMA is like a poor friend to boxing. I do not think he could have picked a worse possible week to make this statement, because the boxing event that they just put on in Times Square was probably the worst card I've ever watched. Well, not ever, but one of the worst cards I've watched in a long time. And I don't even want to talk about the lackluster main event between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero or the Teofimo fight. I want to talk about this bum, Devin the Dream Haney. I cannot think of a more appropriate name for a fighter than the Dream, because every single time I'm watching Devin Haney, I'm falling asleep, man. Devin Haney just put on one of the most pathetic performances I've seen in a long time. Literally just backing up, jabbing for 12 straight rounds. I'm pretty sure I saw a stat that was like the fourth least amount landed in a fight ever. And I started thinking to myself, Devin Haney is literally the antithesis of everything that's wrong with boxing. So I, Tony Has Died, will be explaining to you why Devin Haney is what is wrong with boxing. Let's get straight into it. Starting with the first point I want to make is that he lost to Ryan Garcia and still acts like he's undefeated. I don't care if there was a fucking reversal. I don't care if there was a, Ryan Garcia failed a drug test. Oh yeah, he failed a drug test for Ostarine, which is a substance that literally comes in pre-workout at Walmart. Do you really think the fight would have gone any different if Ryan Garcia didn't take some pre-workout from Walmart? No, bro. Haney likes to go around at the press conferences acting like he's still undefeated. And that's another point I want to make, is that he robbed Vasily Lomachenko, which everyone with eyes knows that Lomachenko took at least 8 rounds in that fight. Haney got outboxed, he got outworked, he got outdamaged, he got outclassed. But of course, this is what I'm trying to get to the point, is that the politics of boxing struck again. They robbed Loma because they want to promote someone that's undefeated, someone that's in the system, someone who goes with whatever the promoters say, dude, he's a good little boy, you know what I mean? So the two best people that Haney has fought with, Lomachenko and Ryan Garcia, he should have not won. Going back to the Ryan Garcia fight, he got dropped clean 3 times, literally face down on the canvas, and this guy has the audacity to go into press conferences talking like he's still undefeated. We know who won that fight. We all saw you get whooped. Got put on a poster, and he acts like he's still this world-class champion. And then looking what he did to Ramirez this weekend, let's just talk about this. I was going to talk about this a little later, but he has no power, he has no presence in the cage. He has no presence in the ring. He has no pop at all. If you watch a Devin Haney fight and you start wondering if he's trying to lull his opponents to sleep or the audience, bro. Dude could not knock over a wet paper bag. Bro, he couldn't knock out Matt Schnell if Matt Schnell had no arms, bro. There's no danger, no drama, no edge. You cannot... Dude, he literally just looks like... He looks so slow out there. He literally just jabbing the damn gloves. I'm gonna... you can't see what I'm doing right now with my hands, but you know what I'm doing? I'm jabbing the glove, man. Look at me, man. I'm jabbing that glove. Like, literally, just hitting someone's guard for 12 rounds straight. That's what he did this weekend. And it was just like... You were in Times Square. You're in the coolest boxing location that could possibly exist. And that's the performance you're gonna put up? You're sitting in front of the Turkey al-Sheikh, bro. You're sitting in front of all of these celebrities, the entire... Not even that. There are millions of people watching this and are going to watch this. And this is the type of performance that you want to be known for. So that just kind of brings me to another thing, is that boxing is boring. If it's a main event for a boxing, it's going to the decision almost every time, man. Like, there's no finishing in boxing anymore, at least. Even the Wilder Fury fights, which were known for crazy, the first one didn't even have a finish. Like, these really exciting fights, like the Usyk fights, don't have finishes. Canelo fights are going to decisions. These are the best names in boxing, and it's going to decisions every time. There's no highlights, there's no nothing, and Devin Haney is the antithesis of that, bro. Which brings me on to another thing. We're going to talk about the politics of boxing once again. Is this guy is a product of hype. Devin Haney has been manufactured by matchmakers like Eddie Hearn, like his daddy, like promoters, the media since day one. This guy's entire career has been built off of sparring stories and vacant belts and, oh look, he's undisputed, man. Well, who the fuck is he beating to become undisputed? George Kambosos, bro. Oh, we beat George Kambosos. They don't fight the best people in the world, bro. Haney hasn't fought, like, you cannot call yourself the champion if you have fought Tank. You got beat by Lomachenko and you got beat by Ryan Garcia. You can't call yourself undefeated or a champ You haven't beat the best person, and you lost to the best people you fought. Think about Teofimo. These are people who have taken risks, shown grit in their fight, and Devin Haney just is not built like that at all, man. Which brings me to another point that I want to make is that his daddy does all the talking for him, bro. Like, seriously, every time you see Devin in a press conference or a media scrum or, you know, he's at a face-off, it's Bill Haney grabbing the mic like it's a fucking WWE promotion or some shit, bro. Bill Haney has got to be the most insufferable human being that I can think of off the top. Like, I can't think of anyone that's in the sport right now that's not, he's like, dude, he talks about his son like his son is his son's a fucking warrior, man. He goes out there to bang, man. You know what I mean? Like, this dude talks about his son like he's the second coming of Jesus Christ, when he's literally going out there just jabbing the guard, man. Doing the Devin Haney, jabbing the guard. So, yeah, that's kind of the point that I want to make is, like, when you think about everything wrong with boxing, which is lackluster, boring performances without a finish, you think about the politics of boxing, the robberies, the overturning fights, the, you know, having 4-5 belts. You think about promotion of a fighter, like all hype, no heart, that type of stuff. You just think of Devin Haney, man. This guy is pathetic. He's not a warrior. His nose looks like a fucking shotgun, bro. I'd be scared if Devin Haney like knocked on my door, right? And then it was just him standing there, I would think someone's pointing a gun at me because of his nose, bro. So, yeah, man, Devin Haney, he's terrible. He's just ruining the sport of boxing. He's taking Turkey Al-Sheikh's money, sticking it in his pockets, running off, you know. It's just what he does, man. So, yeah, he just has no power. Bradley Martin, he's 270, but he couldn't beat a real fighter like Demetrius Johnson. Bradley Martin could beat Devin Haney. You know what I mean? Like, people act like some of these boxers that are the lighter weight classes can't do shit, bro. I would beat the fuck out of Devin Haney in a street of food. My friend James would beat Devin Haney easily, no question, bro. But yeah, I don't know, man. Devin Haney he is everything that's wrong with the sport of boxing. Oh, dude, here's something else, bro. After Garcia lost, you got Devin and Bill and sitting in the crowd looking at the camera talking their shit like, oh yeah, what now, Ryan? What now? Ryan just lost to Rolly Romero, who sucks. And you lost to Ryan. Dude, that makes you Rolly Romero's grandson by proxy. What the fuck? Sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up, Devin. Shut the fuck up, Bill. Y'all fucking suck, alright? I just wanted to come on here and rant, bro. Because the Haneys are ruining the sport of boxing. And that's really all I gotta say. If you like the video, like it, subscribe, comment what you want to see next. Comment, just leave some hate in the comments. I love all that, you know. I got some hate from the last video for sure. Oh, you check out my other videos. Have a good day. Peace.